Good morning, CIS scholars. How are you all, students? Hope you all are fit and fine. Okay, students, in the last video, I have completed fundamental duties. So, till now, we have studied what are our fundamental rights and what are our fundamental duties. Now, this is a time to start a new topic, that is the last topic of this chapter, Directive Principle of State Policy, DPSP. Okay, so let's start our video. But before starting the video, let's revise few of our fundamental duties which we have covered in the previous video. Now students, you can see in this picture there are certain words which are given like respect, cherish, protect, preserve, harmony, then unity. Okay, so it only reflects the fundamental duties. These are our responsibilities towards the nations. So what are the fundamental duties? There are few duties which are given here. First is like to respect our constitution, national flag and national anthem. Okay, now to promote harmony and brotherhood among all the people of our country, to value our rich history and heritage. Why it is important? Because through that it reflects the culture of our country. Fine. Then to protect and improve our natural environment, which is very important because through that we can only survive. Now, to work towards achieving excellence in all spheres of life. This is very important and that is our fundamental duty, because through that only our country will rise. They will come to the or succeed. Fine. So, these are few of the responsibilities which we have studied. Now, let's start the new topic, that is Directive Principle of State Policy. So children, till now we have seen that we have certain rights. We have few rights that are given in the constitution. We have our responsibility towards the nation. But do you know that the government also have few responsibility towards the welfare of citizen? Okay. So they also have some duty. So what is that? So that we are going to do in this Directive Principle of State Policy. So our Constitution of India, we have a separate section which is called Directive Principle of State Policy. Now these are the guidelines which the government must keep in mind while framing or making the laws. So the government, whenever the government is making a law or any kind of implementation of law, they have to keep all these guidelines in their mind. Then it defines the duty of the government towards the welfare of citizens, right? So that is Directive Principles of State Policy. Now let's see what are these guidelines. First is, some of the directive principles are as follows: all citizens to have access to adequate means of livelihood. It means like that all the citizen must have, proper means of livelihood. They should survive, so they should have all the basic needs. Then prevent concentration of wealth in the hands of few people. This is a duty of our government, that they should see that the wealth should not be kept in a few hands. कुछ ही लोगों के हाथ में नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be properly distributed. Then equal pay for equal work, both men and women. It means, as you can see in this picture also depicts that both men and women would be same. Okay, so there should not be discrimination among men and women, especially in terms of pay. So here this is equal pay for equal work. Fine. Then we have other, like provide good working conditions to workers in industries and factories. Now this is very important, and whenever government is making any law for the factories and for the workers, they should keep in their mind that proper good working condition. What does it mean, good working condition? Proper ventilation should be there. There should not be any discrimination. What about their working hours? What about their breaks? So they should keep everything in their mind and then frame the or make the law. Then organize village panchayat. That is also very important, because if gram panchayat is not there, then what happen? Who will take care of the welfare of the village, of the welfare of the citizens who are living in the village. Okay, so it is very important. Now have a uniform law code for all citizen of India. So government should also uh, keep in mind that we should have a proper uniform, means single law. Okay, one law which is common for all the citizen of India. Then promote good relationship with other countries and maintain peace with them. As you can see in this picture, okay, this picture depicts that our prime minister, they are making a good relationship with the other governing bodies of different countries, right? So it will help to grow our country, and it will also help to maintain a good environment or peaceful environment. Fine. Then move to the next. Government, they should promote cottage industries in rural areas. Now this is very important, and nowadays government is doing that. They are making some kind of laws which are important for rural areas especially. They are promoting small scale industries also. And why it is important? Because it will help for, especially for the rural people, to make them independent, right? Then protect monument places and objects of historical importance, because that will reflect our cultural heritage, and it will help to earn more of foreign money. Fine. Then raise the level of nutrition and standard of living of the people to improve public health. Now this is very important, and government are keep focusing about the public health. Fine. If the citizens are healthy, then only any country can grow. Fine. So that comes into the raise the level of nutrition and the standard of living of people to improve the public health. Then prevent child abuse and exploitation of workers. That also government should keep in their mind while making the laws, that there should be no child abuse. Then there should not be any kind of harassment with the workers. Okay, or exploitations of workers should not be there. That this is all comes, these are all the guidelines that comes into the directive principle of state policy. Fine. Now apart from this, I have textbook exercise. So in this I have only discussed first question, that is name the fundamental rights which is being violated in the following. Now there are certain situations which are given. Okay, you have to just find it out which right is being violated here. Okay, first is Maya is 11 years old. She has been working at Mr. Sethi's house as a help for the past 3 years. Now, can you tell me that which right is being violated here? Yes, you are correct. The answer is right against exploitation. Okay, next is John and Sharma work in the same company at the same position, but John's salary is much more than Sharma's. Fine. Now, which law is being violated? Because they both are working in the same company at the same position, but there is a difference in their salary. So the law which is violated here, that is right to equality. Okay, now move to the next. Sunita was not allowed to enter a public. Now here which law is violated? Yes, you are correct. The right of freedom, right to freedom act, the right to freedom right is being violated here. Okay, so as per this right, what this right says? It says that every citizen has freedom to express their thoughts. Okay, and they can go anywhere in the country. Okay, then tribal group visited another state. Some people made fun of their clothes and language they spoke. As you can see in this picture, these are the tribal people. So they are very different. They are not similar just like us. Okay, they are similar. You can see like their clothes are different, their accessories are different, and their language is also being different. So when they visit to another state, and if anybody will make fun of them, then which right is being violated? Yes, you are correct. The cultural and educational right. Okay, so this is all about the textbook exercise. Especially in your textbook it is given, so you can start writing this in your textbook only. Fine. Now what is your task? Your task is that you have to read this chapter thoroughly, page number 71 and 73, and I'm going to send you few more hard works that you have to write in the notebook. And apart from this section A of your textbook exercise, that you can write in your textbook only. Fine. But now by the time, stay at your home, stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy the video. Thank you.